In this video, I'm going to show you how to add and subtract polynomials. So in this case, we have two trinomials because we have a polynomial that has three terms. This is a trinomial, and we're going to add it to another trinomial. Now, when we're adding polynomials, we can basically drop the parentheses that are enclosing the polynomials, in this case, trinomials. So if we do that, it looks like now all we need to do is simplify or combine like terms. So let's identify the terms that we have. We have a 2x squared, and we have a positive 4x squared here. We have a positive 5x and a negative 3x, and we have a negative 7 and a positive 2. Now I drew different shapes, but you could use different colored pencils or markers to help you, or you could just rewrite them. Now if I were to rewrite them, it would look like this: 2x squared, and I'm going to include that sign in front of the next term, so that makes it a plus 4x squared, and then plus 5x minus 3x minus 7 and plus 2. When I combine like terms, I'm going to be just looking at the coefficients. 2 plus 4 is 6, so that's 6x squared. 5 minus 3 is a positive 2, so plus 2x. And negative 7 plus 2 is going to give me a negative 5. So 6x squared plus 2x minus 5 will be my answer. And notice I can't combine any other terms together, and so we're going to stop there. Let's look at some subtraction problems. Here we have 5x squared plus 4x plus 2 minus 2x squared plus 3x plus 1. Now, unlike addition, we can't just drop the grouping symbols. We're going to actually look at this as a negative 1. And what we're going to do is distribute this negative, or this negative 1, to each term within this polynomial. Notice that I'm including the signs in front of each term. So a negative 1 times a positive 2x is going to give me a negative 2x squared. A negative 1 times a positive 3x is going to give me a negative 3x. A negative 1 times a positive 1 is a negative 1. Now, of course, I can bring down the first, and I could have done that before. And now that the parentheses are all gone, I can combine like terms. I've got 5x squared and a negative 2x squared. I have a positive 4x and a negative 4x. I have a positive 2 and a negative 1. So 5 minus 2 is 3x squared. 4 minus 3 is 1x, or just x. And positive 2 minus 1 is plus 1. And that will be my answer. Let's do another where we're working with the subtraction. And let's see if we can identify some patterns here. Okay, now we have 10x squared minus 4x plus 3 minus 16x squared minus 8x minus 3. Okay, for this first one, I can eliminate those parentheses and bring it down. 10x squared minus 4x plus 3. Now we're going to distribute this negative to each side, and you can think of this as a negative 1. We're going to multiply it to each term, including the sign that's in front of it. So negative 1 times 16x squared is minus, or negative 16x squared. Negative 1 times a negative 8x is a positive 8x, and negative 1 times a negative 3 is a positive 3. Now we can combine like terms. I have a positive 10x and a negative 16x, or excuse me, x squared. I've got a negative 4x and a positive 8x, positive 3 and a positive 3. 10 minus 16 is going to be a negative 6x squared. Negative 4 plus 8 is plus 4x. 3 plus 3 is 6. And that is my simplified answer. Now, while you were doing these two problems for subtraction, did you notice that when we are multiplying a negative 1 to a positive number, your answer is going to be a negative. And when we multiply a negative 1 to a negative number, our answer is a positive. So this negative basically changes the sign of the original factor that we're multiplying by. So negative 1 times 4 is a negative 4. Negative 1 times a negative 4 is a positive 4. So these kind of switch their signs, don't they? They're now the opposite.